Hey guys, Gabriel from Untitled Chapter, and today I have another video for you. Another 20th anniversary One Piece piece by Bandai. So as usual, we have our general merchandising logos down here, his name, and the 20th anniversary logo. We've been side 1, side 2, bottom, the back, and the top of our all important Terry sticker. So before we look at him, he does come with a few accessories. First comes with one of his support stands, an alternate chopper head, alternate Zoro head, and his own alternate head. So first things first, this piece is absolutely massive. It's just supremely wide and supremely deep, and he is one of the few pieces in this collection that you'll actually need to keep him on his base, or he will fall over due to the way his feet are posing. He's up on his toes there. So the first thing I notice is we have this nice metallic sheen here on his shoulder sort of ball joints, which is a step up from some of the quality we've seen on the other pieces, although here on the arms it's a bit less showy. I feel like it lacks a bit of a gradient in the gold, but at least a nice metallic sheen gives it a nice look. Again, we have this jewellery throughout. Again, it's lacking shading, but that's what we get for a cheaper piece. Quick side note, the piece cost me about 50 quid, which I think for a size is quite a good deal. So we take a look around the gold details, quite standard. We have these green lines here that aren't anything to write home about. There's you can see some moulding lines there under the elbow, but at least the paint is within the lines itself. Here we have this cool sort of biker jacket thing with this logo on it. Again, a metallic sheen to that green jacket with these white stripes, which seem to be done fairly cleanly throughout. And looking down, you can see his tiny chicken legs with a bit of hair there, a bit of Cybertronics around his knee joint, and then of course his trademark trunks. Something on his face, I quite like his portrait. It's quite Franky. There's a lot of energy there. You see sort of like his ridiculous build there in his large chest and his abdomen, his tiny head. He then has this very similar scarf to Sanji's, but this one's got a bit more detail to it. If you zoom in, you can actually see that the quills of the feathers, the centre bits, are actually sculpted in. Although again, it lacks any sort of depth and shading, which is something I have to say for all the pieces in this collection, but you are looking at cheaper pieces overall. Again, the fist, not much detail in there. There is some wash within the joints itself to make them stand out a bit, but the hand itself lacks any sort of shading. There are some clean black lines there though, within the joint of the fist, which are quite nice. So measuring him up, he's just over 10 inches, which is about 26 centimetres. Width-wise, he's about 10.5 inches, also about 26.5 centimetres. And depth-wise, he's sitting at about 6 inches, which is about 15 centimetres. So here he is on a detail shelf by himself, and as you can see, he really does fit it quite well. It's kind of insane how large he is. So here's 1/8 Jotaro, and here's 1/6 Jotaro. So to wrap up, I quite like this piece. I think for the money, you're getting quite a large sort of presence-taking piece. And the metallic gold on his hands, I think is a nice touch, and all the line work itself is quite neat. But like the rest of his Bandai range, there isn't really much colour depth to the shading, but you kind of just have to accept that when you're buying a cheaper figure. But the paint itself, for what it is, isn't done too badly. There are some slight mould lines here and there, but you can't really see them from where you're going to be displaying them from. And that's kind of it. The details on the jacket, the lines and the transfer there, and the hair on his legs. It's fine. I think it's an above average quality figure for a really decent price for the size. So it's got a thumbs up from me. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.